we can't even get the counter to work correctly on this podcast.
Poop.
It was like start 3, 1, 2.
And then it went.
So I just realized that we don't have a Christmas podcast this year.
We don't. You didn't find a
No,
book
'cause
for
this-
us to read?
Well, no, I just screwed up, and the last podcast came out on like what is 7 days, the 21st, and this one's coming out on the 28th.
Well, why don't
I
we?
mean, we recorded this one on the 28th, because future.
Yeah,
'cause This
future.
is about
Well,
the future and
yeah.
time travel and stuff.
We-
'cause
we
Booster
can-
Gold.
we can always wizard something. We're wizards.
Well, we
Dan.
can, but I now get to show the world Anne's Christmas present.
Oh my!
Your Christmas present. Well, your Christmas present is still right
yeah,
here.
my Christmas present is right there. Yeah, I mean, you've been taunting me with my Christmas present for months now. Yes.
Well, I really want you to know you've got one arm
one arm, not to go
for
collect the
Superman
rest.
robots.
Yes.
Yeah. And someday at some toy show somewhere, Anne is going to be finding the rest of the arms, except these will be worth like $1. So that'll
Yeah.
be good.
Of
yeah,
course.
or she could just keep getting you arms.
Just arms. Just a bunch of arms.
If you're not watching on video, the Superman action figures come with extra, we've mentioned this before, extra parts to form a number 4 Superman robot.
Ooh.
And Guy Gardner, here known as Green Lantern, which is insulting to every other Green Lantern.
It is insulting to every other Green Lantern. I'm just gonna call him Nathan.
It also says warning, choking hazard, small parts. So I'm not sure if I can give this to you.
Oh no! I can't have the present.
But even
Ungifted.
better,
Yes.
happy holidays to everyone.
Yes.
Merry Christmas to those that celebrate. I have had a long history of trying to host game nights, and last time I mentioned hosting a game night, Anne said, "I will not come to your game nights because they're boring and nobody will play games with me."
She likes baby games.
Is that an approximation of what was said?
She likes baby games, and all the games that are usually at your game nights are rule laden and difficult for her to track and keep track of everything that's going on, and she likes things like say Candyland, Shoots and Ladders, things like that, are cheesy.
Well, I think I found the perfect game for you and Anne to play.
Okay, what is that?
Well, I found this. I was listening to. I'll shout out the podcast. I guess it's
Yeah.
called Stacking Benjamins. Every year they have a gaming podcast, and this year they had a TikToker who's from a game store in Pittsburgh, and I'm totally blanking on the name of the game store, of course, as their guest. But they were counting kind of your best 5 games and then your best 5 party games.
Okay.
And so this game store, I think it might be called Games Unlimited or something like that. It seemed like it had a simple name. Anyway, it's a TikToker from Pittsburgh. If you're in the gaming world, you'll know who it is. I don't. But he said one of their best-selling games, and the game that everybody goes and plays and has fun, was a really simple game. And I also think it'll have a theme that Anne will like.
Okay.
It's called Boop.
Boop. Okay.
Yes. See, your job
Yeah.
is you place cats and kittens on the bed,
Okay.
and the kittens can boop kittens, but they can't boop cats, but the cats can boop kittens and cats. And your
Listen.
job is to boop all of everything off the bed so you can sleep on the bed yourself.
I see.
You see, I think that's, can you boop your cats into position to win, or will you just get booped right off the bed?
Ah.
And it is a 15-minute playtime,
Okay. Yeah.
is what they say. I figured
Mm-hmm.
this was not an old game, but an actual new game.
It
that
isn't.
Anne would like.
It's a new game, and it's cute.
And it's adorable. And
Yeah.
the little cats in their
It's
bed.
little cats in a bed. Totally. I like it.
So,
I think she will.
so, yeah. Well, in the future past, Anne will get this Christmas present.
Yes.
And in the future past, the listeners will find out about this Christmas present.
Huh?
And in the future, we'll let you know if Anne liked the game.
Yes, we will. We'll tell.
And Greg,
yeah,
because it's a 2-person game.
2-person. Got to boop the cats
You got to boop the cats.
and the kittens.
See?
But the kittens cannot boop cats. But the cats can boop the kittens and the cats. But the
Also,
kittens can boop
potentially,
kittens.
since it's a 15-minute game,
Yeah.
even though it only can have 2 people, it's not a party game, but it's something that could be done at a party.
Rotating players.
Right. Or people could be doing things like walking around talking to people, having a drink, and then rotate in while other people played
Other
long
things.
play games at the big table.
Yeah.
See?
There you go.
So
That works.
you don't seem excited about the booping.
I am excited about the booping. It's been a long day. 3 o'clock came early today. But the booping does sound fun. Who doesn't want to boop
like
kittens and cats?
You're no selling the booping.
Listeners, did I no sell the booping? I'm pretty sure
so.
I was pretty excited about the booping. I didn't jump out of the chair and scream and dance and jump up and like, but I mean, I could have. I didn't. But
you didn't. You sound like you don't sound a booped.
I am excited to find out if she is excited to boop kittens and cats. I want to know, will she boop the kittens and cats off the bed?
What if she set up mousetrap?
And boop the kittens and cats into the mousetrap?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we are off to the podcast now.
Yes.
We're off away from booping cats. We'll give you an update on
We
the
will.
booping of cats. I also believe Travis would be a big fan of the booping of cats game.
I think so. Yeah, he probably would be. I'm pretty sure
Maybe Anne and Travis could bond over cat booping.
They could. They could boop
That would
the
be an
cats.
interesting combination.
I know. It would be interesting to see them play this game.
I think they would take very different approaches.
They would. I am sure of it. I am sure that Travis's approach to the game, and then also maybe his distractionary tactics that Travis carries in his back pocket, may come in handy.
Yeah. Well, do you think Travis is just distracting in general, or?
No, I mean we had a fine conversation yesterday. It was very on track and on target. So, no, I think
Wow.
I think Travis can Travis when Travis Travises, but I think for the most part, Travis can also have full on regular non-Travisy Travis conversation.
Well, he was, it seemed like there for a minute he was attempting to replace you as the co-host of this podcast.
I mean, he may try, and he may succeed once in a while.
He might even have
so.
a better camera.
Oh my goodness! I mean, hey, I know what you're getting at. I know what you're getting at, and that's fine. You want to go there? Is that what you want to do? You want to go there? Is that what you want? You don't want to go there. That's right.
I feel completely comfortable in everything that I'm saying. Now, I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know either. I know that you don't like my camera.
Well, no, because you have a better camera and you just won't get it out. You're keeping it in the closet. We know this is 2025 and it's not time to have things in the closet.
It's true. I'm not. It might not be in the closet, Dan. It might be It might be behind my desk. That's actually probably where it is. It probably fell behind the desk, and I don't want to. I'm scared, Dan. There's spiders back there. Maybe even mud wasps made a nest back there, and I'm scared to get back there and find out.
I'm very frustrated right now
about the camera.
No, because my phone just beeped and I have it on silent.
Oh, no. I didn't hear it.
This happened when we were recording at the store, too.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of world is this where you can flip the silent thing on
and it
And then it
still
beeps
makes
anyway.
noise. Well, it's because your phone wants you to know that it cares about you, Dan. It cares about you, and it wants you to be part of its life.
And you're
It's
going to
20
embrace this because it gets you out of camera
it's
talk.
2025, Dan. Let the phone be part of your life. Or don't.
Well, I just wanted to jump in, I guess, to something here. And
Yeah?
we've made it 10 minutes and we've talked about booping
Ooping,
and cameras
cameras, and phones. And Travis.
and Travis. And
Yeah.
none of that is about Booster Gold number 8, which is what we're supposed to be talking about today.
No, but one could say it's about a legion of things and stuff
There
that
is a
come
legion of things
together.
here. There is a legion of things going
There
on.
are, and it all comes together to make something golden. Something gold. Something that you could say this conversation was stolen or boosted or booster golden.
Well, there is something that was happening that was gold, and it wasn't in this comic.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Yeah. We should start off with the cover.
Yeah, we should. It's a good
We
cover.
have Dan Jurgens and Mike DiCarlo.
Uh-huh.
Mike DiCarlo also inking Greg LaRocque
Mm.
on the Legion of Superheroes book at this time.
Uh-huh.
Dan Jurgens about a year off of drawing Legion of Superheroes books.
So
and we have, so it makes sense to, after Superman appears, to have some of the characters from your third best-selling comic,
yeah,
which used to be your second best-selling comic,
come on
show
over.
up and hang out
Yeah.
and come on. So you've got Superman revitalized, hanging out with Booster Gold, and then now you've got the Legion of Superheroes. Well, not all of them,
You.
because that'd be a lot.
Oh, that'd be
You've got
too many.
3 on the cover. Now, can you name them, Greg?
Let's see. I think we have dun dun dun. If
You
I'm
know, we only did Legion of Superheroes books for like 13 issues.
I know. Hold on a second. I want to say the guy the guy that looks like he just got punched in the face. That's oh man, why can't I think of his name? Um shoot. He's
You're
the guy
doing
that
great here.
I know. He's the guy that can
This is
change.
great. This is great podcasting.
He's the guy that
He's
can
the guy that
change
can
it.
change.
He can change into stuff. Chameleon boy, chameleon kid.
Yeah, that's correct. Chameleon Boy is
Chameleon
correct.
boy. And then the other guy, the green face guy, that's not Green Goblin. That's um uh oh man, he is the guy that Booster stole his belt from, but he took it from the
Yeah,
future.
we've
But
mentioned
it
him
was
several
it
times.
was in the past. It was and he's got like a name that's kind of like a computer, but it's a Megalomaniac Man. No, Brainiac.
Yeah, I know you know
Brainiac.
the answer to this
Brainiac.
one.
Okay, Brainiac. And then the other
It's
guy.
not Brainiac.
It's not Brainiac.
That's not Brainiac.
Oh, it's not
No.
Brainiac. Oh, what is
He
it?
has a designation.
Oh.
Brainiac would be an
Oh,
evil
it's-
supercomputer that
oh.
like steals planets and
Oh,
stuff.
okay. It's Brain. Shoot, man. Brain face.
Brainiac 5.
Brainiac 5. Okay, Brainiac 5. Okay. And then that's Mighty Boy. Joking.
Mighty
Mighty
Boy, yeah.
Mighty Boy.
I would say that their intelligence might be equal
Okay.
in a bad way.
Okay. Who?
Because I don't think Mighty Boy rolled high on the intelligence dice.
Yeah, no.
At least the way you and Travis wrote him.
Yeah. No, it's oh man.
He can only use one power at a time,
But
he has all the same powers as Superman, basically.
Oh, it's
That's Ultra Boy.
Ultra Boy.
Yes.
I knew it was something boy.
Now, do you know the other character on the cover?
The other character on the cover? Booster
Yeah.
Gold?
Yes. Good job.
And the bridge, of course. The bridge is a character. Everybody
The
knows
Brooklyn
that
Bridge?
Yeah, the Brooklyn Bridge. That's a character.
The Metropolis
The
Bridge.
Metropolis
It's not the
Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge,
The
'cause-
Metropoli Bridge.
It's Well, they're fighting in the sky, and we get a thing that says Superman number 432 concludes in Action Comics 583.
Whoa.
Do we want to know what was happening in Superman 432?
I don't know. What was happening in
I
Superman
don't know.
432?
I'm being very professional. We're looking it up
Looking
here.
it up.
It says that it came out in 1987, so this must have been a January book because the cover date here is September 1986,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like Superman was in the story.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
It looks like it was written by Marv Wolfman.
Oh, wow.
Never
So
heard of that guy.
that-
And it looks like he was carrying some stuff.
okay. Just carrying some things and some stuff
Yeah,
around.
he's like holding up a building or something. It
Oh,
looks
okay.
kind of bad, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not good.
So there you go.
He concludes.
Yeah. I guess we could look up what happened in Action Comics 583,
I suppose. Or not.
but we could. I mean, we could. Let's not, though. So we have the Legion of Superheroes. It's September 1986 cover date.
Mhm.
And the Legion looks like they're beating up Booster, and it says, "Did anyone tell them he's the good guy?"
Oh, my goodness. Because they're after him. They're after Booster.
And we get a we flip the page and we get Dan Jurgens just wanting to draw 3 Legionnaires.
Yeah. It's just straight up boom. It's a good page.
It's a great page.
Yeah.
The Future, Metropolis, the Time Institute, 2986 AD. You summoned us here regarding an exciting new discovery, Chronarch. What exactly do you have to show us? And they find a beat up time bubble.
Oh my.
And
It is
doesn't
beat.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
No. Smashed
And
up.
Ultra Boy's like, looks kind of busted up. So I'm gonna say that Ultra Boy and
Yeah.
Booster probably will have very intellectual conversations with each other.
They're gonna talk about rock and roll and cars and comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna
Well, we find out.
they're gonna
We
real
find
be
out
good
that
friends.
this. We find out that this it was a time machine stolen
Stolen.
by one Michael Carter
Oh my, who's
in
that?
2462.
But
Now we
he's-
know about this because we already knew it was stolen because they told us last issue or 2 issues ago
Oh yeah, yeah.
when Skeets told Superman all about Booster Gold.
That's right.
We found out he stole a time machine,
Yeah.
a force shield belt,
Mm-hmm.
and a Legion flight ring. And that's what we're worried about here is because the Chronarch of the Time Institute found the force shield belt.
Oh.
And Brainiac 5 is not really excited about this
No,
discovery.
he's not. No.
He's like, we got to go find this guy and pretty much take him out.
He's like, that's mine. Why did he have it?
Yeah. Now, this was a really interesting turn of events, sort of, because we're going to get, now we flip the page. And before we flip the page, because we're going to find out why Booster crashed the time bubble. In Legion of Superheroes, there had been about year-long mystery going on
Mm-hmm.
with a character named Sensor Girl.
Uh?
And Sensor Girl joined the Legion with 4 other new Legionnaires.
Okay.
And she was recommended by Saturn Girl. You do remember who Saturn Girl is?
Yes, I remember
Okay.
Saturn Girl.
Okay. And she joined the Legion, and she wore a mask. And no Legionnaires wore masks. It's the future. You don't have to wear masks as a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew who she was.
He's a secret.
And originally, there were a lot of rumors going around on who she could possibly be. The biggest rumor was that she was like a clone of Supergirl or Supergirl that Brainiac 5 rescued from the crisis. Do you remember that cover on Legion of Superheroes 16 I've shared with you a few times where Brainiac 5 is the red background. He's like crying tears watching Supergirl die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The saddest covers I've ever seen.
Sad cover.
But it's impactful. It's a great cover. And here we have, you get the month before, and then this month is the continuation of the story. You finally get the reveal of this big mystery that's been going on for like a year.
Who is she?
Well, it turned out that she was a character called Princess Projectra.
Oh my.
And she had come back after her husband Karate Kid was murdered.
Murdered. After their wedding.
After their wedding, yeah.
Sad. No honeymoon.
I know. So
by
they had a
her own
honeymoon.
family.
No, he wasn't murdered by their family. He was murdered by Nemesis Kid.
Oh, Nemesis Kid. Okay.
And then she murdered Nemesis Kid. But we didn't read those ones. That's past where we read.
It was.
But this mystery storyline had kept Legion hot. But one of the thoughts was after Crisis and John Byrne comes in,
Mm-hmm.
there's some lore that it was always supposed to be Censor Girl, or it was always supposed to be Projectra. But there's also some rumors out there that it was supposed to be Supergirl. And because John Byrne came in and there was no Superboy and no Supergirl, the Superman editorial office wouldn't let Paul Levitz use the character.
Man, the block.
So we have some past, future kind of screwiness going on in the other book. But Legion is pretty hot with this big mystery going on.
Yeah.
Everything happening.
Mm-hmm.
We flipped the page and it says the past.
The past.
I'm just going to leave that right there. Legion's pretty hot with everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
We get to the past.
Yes.
And one of the most important things, too, is, side note, before I get to the past, I left out an important thing. We've talked about this before. Legion is in issue 26.
Yes.
Of what's called their Baxter run. Same with Teen Titans around that. It's a direct sales only book.
Okay.
So you can only buy the book if you go to a comic shop. We are 2 issues away from reprints stopping. So I actually bought these books a year later, like this number 26. I bought it 1 year later than when it came out because I bought it off the newsstand and I bought the reprint copy. And the reprints stop after, there's one more issue after this and the reprints stop. So the idea was we're going to make these books direct sale only, but 1 year behind, we will reprint New Teen Titans. We will reprint the Legion because they're popular books and we want people to have access to them.
Okay.
So here's what's messed up as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm getting those other stories 1 year behind this story, which I also bought off the newsstand.
So it's not jiving together too well.
Right. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
You're like, why, what, but.
Yeah, and so it's good, I think, if this story doesn't tie into the Legion at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had some people reading the current stories.
Yeah.
And you had some people reading a year behind.
Mm-hmm. So an encapsulated story that's on its own legs is good for people behind.
Yeah. Now, ultimately, probably taking your 2 best-selling books from 1984 and making them direct sales only, probably not the soundest business strategy at the time.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, long term, yes, everything went direct. Well, not everything. You can still buy them, but most things are direct sale.
Yeah.
But short term, probably if you're trying to preserve those titles and keep them hot, probably making them direct sales is not the best strategy.
Right.
It would be like taking X-Men and making it direct sale at the time.
Mm-hmm. Gotta show up and get it when you get it.
And we know who won, right? Like
Right.
Legion and Teen Titans did not maintain their momentum
No.
for a variety of reasons. There was some Marv Wolfman burnout. There was some Superman office editorial fuckery with the Legion stories.
Mhm.
But I'm sure the X-Men, stories had some editorial interest. But here's the similarities between the three books, though. Paul Levitz is writing the Legion the whole time. Wolfman's writing New Teen Titans the whole time, and Chris Claremont keeps writing X-Men the whole time. And I think Louise Simonson wrote X Factor the whole time too, right?
Ink.
And so I think Louise Simonson did, and definitely was writing Power Pack, but that's a different discussion.
Yeah.
That's back to a Travis discussion. So, but you think about it too. You have books with consistent writing. Some creative team differences with the art happened during the times, but consistent writing, consistent fan bases,
Yeah.
and two fade away, and one is the X-Men.
Keeps moving forward.
And this whole notion of going direct sales, we talked about this on the podcast before a little bit, but I wanted to spend a little bit of time here with this because we're now getting an interaction where that direct sale universe really runs afoul of their universe, right? Like this is where you could really, especially with the strategy of the reprints, sort of mess up the whole thing. Now, the other thing with this whole thing is, so it wouldn't impact this, but when I was a kid, I ran out of reprints.
Didn't have anything to read.
All right. And then I had to convince my dad to go buy books at the comic shop.
Right.
But then I had a gap
of stuff. Yeah. And you're like, oh, what? And you got to pick up new books, different books.
Right. And some of my favorite Legion books came out in that gap period. And also, I actually did get it, but one of the last two reprint books I didn't get off the stand.
Oh.
I think there were two more after this. There were two more. I think it went. And it was where they kicked Starboy out of Legion, my favorite character. So maybe it's good I didn't get that book right away.
Yeah. Wait till later.
Or they wrote him out as a character for a while. And so, anyway, a lot going on.
A lot
there. And I should focus on this book. But this is a history podcast too. If you're new to listening to us, we talk about this stuff. It is interesting. This is probably a little bit calmer than our talk about Dark Knight Returns a couple episodes ago. But this is, it definitely was a business decision to do this direct sales only, and it was a little bit confusing. The other thing, too, for the first year, and that's how Dan Jurgens got into it, for the first year, before they did reprints, they did 2 stories a month. So they had one new story for the newsstand and one new story for the direct sale book. And then after 12 months, it went to reprints for both Teen Titans, New Teen Titans, and for Legion. And for the Outsiders as well, I believe. Got the same treatment. I don't know if the Outsiders ever went into the reprints, though. I'd have to have somebody confirm it. I think Tales of the Outsiders went to reprints, but I'm not 100% sure because I wasn't collecting that book. What I will say here is that it's an interesting strategy, right? It's an interesting strategy to pull a couple top selling books off the shelf. Well, now we're using those top selling book to promote this book that's on the newsstand,
right?
That's not necessarily selling. So that's what I now is a long way for me to get there. But if you were running the comic book company, Greg,
yeah,
would you try to put something like Booster on the direct sale only and make it a little bit edgier, like the independent books, like a John Sable or American Flag that's hot?
Okay.
Or would you make your books that people are grabbing off the newsstand every month direct sale and take them away? Now, you do get a year of double sales potentially for the people that are going to go to the comic shop and still buy the 2 stories a month thing.
I think I would probably try to keep it so that people are going to want to grab it off the newsstand. You're going to have those readers that are looking for books that they're going to grab and read, and they're going to be those consistent. They're either going to be those consistent readers that are just hungry to read those stories, or they're going to be those passive consumers that are walking by and seeing something that they know with something paired that they haven't seen before and say, "Oh, what's that? I know these characters, so let's check that out," or an interesting cover or something like that. So I think trying to push us into a direct only, yeah, you get the double dip, but I think you lose uh, some of those kids or some of those adults that uh, would buy the book
Yeah,
at the newsstand or bookstore or whatever, wherever they're seeing it at on the spinner rack and stuff like that. So it's a tough choice, but I think inherently you're looking at um, two different audiences, and you need to have stuff for both audiences. I think personally.
I had a parent that was willing to drive me 20 minutes each way,
Mhm.
20 25 minutes each way to go buy a single book each month.
That's that's the luxury that a lot of people don't always necessarily get. I mean, uh, my parents worked weird shifts, and for a long time, my comics were okay. Nobody's home. I'm gonna jump on my bike and ride down to 7-Eleven. So
That's what I did too.
and and
Yeah, I
and that was a majority of like elementary through junior high to high school.
yep.
So
7-Eleven on 152nd and
yeah,
Meridian.
and
Is it
probably
even there anymore?
not even a safe. It's definitely not a safe drive, not a safe ride on a
Well,
bike.
not now.
No, it
Well,
wasn't.
even
It
then,
was
probably wasn't the safest ride. Yeah.
that hill, like depending
Yeah,
on
and
which
the
way you
drop
went.
off on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
depending
was
on
it
which
was a
way you went,
dangerous. It was not a good ride.
every way was dangerous, and you got cars and stuff like that. The roads were not what they are today, and yeah, just
There wasn't
bad.
a lot of 152nd at least as you got closer to Meridian had that large shoulder.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you got people just whipping down in their pickup trucks and stuff like that, and I got hit with cans a lot because people see the fat kid.
Because
I'm just a
people,
giant target. So,
one, I remember riding my bike all the way to Parkland
oh my God, that's a ride. I did it
or
once.
we Spanaway. Yeah, there was a
Spanaway.
card shop there we wanted to go to,
Uh,
and so we rode all the way there. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, it was a different time.
yeah,
Also, there were less cars then.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as busy up there. Now it'd be insane
Oh,
to try to do that in that
it's just
traffic there. But
crazy.
yeah, a different world. And I think, if you're trying to, the industry, this book, I think the booster book's still a kid-friendly book,
Mhm.
even though it does have adult themes. So,
Yeah.
the kind of question. So we talked about what we would do with Legion and Teen Titans,
Mhm.
right? And we said newsstand.
Yeah.
Now, with this book,
With this
would you have
book,
taken the kid stuff out of it and made it an edgier book and made it direct sales only?
I
The Watchmen's about to come out. Dark Knight Returns comes out.
Booster runs that line of being goofy enough to dance on a wire, just enough to keep a kid's imagination because it's goofy and funny enough, but it doesn't. And the adult themes that are in there are they're themes. They don't ever really go the distance on anything, right? It's just if you're a kid reading it,
Well, they could have, though, is what I'm
I
saying.
know
Because
they
we're going to have Green Arrow soon after this, too, right?
and but I'm saying they glaze over a lot of that stuff. And having a book like that is that bridge that like the cover of the book, it has a giant bridge. This book is that bridge for those like uh teenagers or those middle schoolers that are like, well, what else is out there? And then they're like, oh, okay, there's something else. There's other books that are a little edgier and stuff. This is that bridge book. But I mean, to your point, yeah, you could drop all that, all the hokiness cut back on, some of the uh, the kid style humor in there, punch it up a little bit more, make it a little uh, more adult in a sense, and have a very different Booster Gold that has a little more bite to it and gets that adult audience. But at that point, you're you have to really think about, will adults want this kind of guy? This kind of
Yeah.
are they going to want this kind of hero?
Well, it doesn't even have to be adults. It could be like, 16 plus
Yeah,
kind of audience.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, like young adults, I
yeah,
guess.
young adults,
College.
young and
Just
new.
thinking.
We call them young and new adults. New adults, like newly out of high school, just starting life, and they're still reading comic books, and they're like, oh yeah, no, you'd have to really. I mean, there's a lot of ground with Booster, as he is in that he's a young adult making bad decisions. So
Yep.
you get him into those situations and really humanize him. I mean, right now he's a character, right? He's a caricature of a character that you can associate with in a sense, because you're like, oh, I know other characters in other books that are like this. He's pulling from all these things. But you step him up a little bit and you give him a little bit uh more onus, more ownership over his actual self, and put that type of development into the character, and then people can recognize those things about that character. And yeah, you
Also,
have,
he's like a 22, 23-year-old though, right?
yeah. I mean,
But
he's
you
a
don't get that feel a lot of the time.
you don't, because he's trying to play up older. He's trying to um he is trying to emulate the heroes that he's read about and everything else, and he knows of all their great feats, and he sees them as these fantastic things that are bigger than life. So he's trying to be bigger than life himself, and by doing that, he's putting on this facade to be Booster Gold, but he's still Michael. He's still that goofy 22-year-old kid that screwed up his life and had to steal a time machine and go back in time to steal to steal people's
And
super
still people
saves,
right.
you know?
Well, and before we jump in back into the book, Dan Jurgens always seemed to want to recover Booster and make him a superhero, right? So Dan Jurgens in the Death of Superman storyline had just taken over Justice League as well and put Booster right back in and kept trying to build his credibility back up
Yeah.
after the hit it took under the Giffen and DeMatteis Justice League.
Yeah.
And here, let's see what happens. I think he's going to try to tell a story to do that here.
Uh-huh.
We start with Booster Gold crashing a time bubble.
Yeah.
Or a time machine.
Yeah.
It's not a time bubble. Time bubble's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a time machine that's shaped like a ball. It's a time sphere.
Yeah.
Sphere.
It's a time sphere.
It's a time sphere.
This one's sort of more like the Rip Hunter type.
Yeah.
Piece than the Legion time bubble, which is a little bit different, which
But
you'll see in a second.
But when you got Booster Gold inside it, it's more like a Rip Torn time bubble.
Rip Torn. Yeah, exactly. So we're kind of thinking about that, and we get a little bit more of the origin. So Booster's talking a lot to Skeets or himself. I'm not really sure which one.
I think Skeets is still deactivated. Oh no, Skeets is activated.
Yeah, Skeets is flying out of the ship, of the time ship. Should we call it?
Yeah.
And Booster puts on his power armor. He's putting on his flight ring. He's getting excited. He's looking out at Metropolis. And he says, imagine taking a giant step from one world to another, a step of 500 years. Civilization is yet to be destroyed and eventually rebuilt by generations yet to be born. The terrifying 21st century is, and then we get an editor's note. The terrifying 21st century is chronicled every month in Hex. That'd be Jonah Hex.
Oh, hey,
You want to read about that.
that's a great
So,
movie. I saw it in the drive-in.
yeah, did
Ah.
you?
Yeah, I did. It was a double feature, so I had to stay.
Uh, was it like a double feature? What was the other feature?
Transformers.
Oh, God. You watched Hex and Transformers in one sitting?
I did. Back
That
when I had the
is
Privia.
that is a terrible night.
It was great.
Hey,
And the Privia broke down. It was terrible.
God, why? What kind of suffering?
You were
Like,
on the other side of the country, and I was
yeah,
like,
I'm just saying, like, oh, God. Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
I did it
That
to
sounds
myself. I know.
awful.
I know.
I probably would have done the same.
It was a fun night. Anyways, yeah, you could get all this in Hex.
At least it was Jonah Hex was only an hour and 1 minutes long. So there is that.
That's true. That's true.
Well, anyway, I don't know if I've watched it.
I mean, you should, just for the fact. I mean, it. I I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Was it set in the future or in the Old West?
Uh, it was
Don't remember.
Old West.
Yeah. I
Jonah
think if it
Hex.
was the future Jonah Hex, I probably would have watched it.
It was Old
Oh,
West Jonah
Josh
Hex.
Brolin was
Yeah,
Jonah Hex.
yeah,
Okay,
Josh
of
Brolin.
course.
I mean, it's got Josh Brolin in it. So I mean, he plays all the.
Oh, I've seen it because
Yeah,
John Malkovich is in it too. Yeah, I've definitely seen it. It left a
it's got
grand impression that I forgot that I
it's got a
watched it.
great cast. It's like my friends were all about, like, that I went with were all about seeing Jonah Hex, and I was all about seeing Transformers.
I think like when you think about that, and we'll turn the page here on Booster's integration into Metropolis, and he's just flying around.
Mhm.
Uh, Skeets is lecturing him everywhere he goes, and
Do this. Don't do
let's
that.
hope that this story doesn't end up like the early DC movies where they had amazing stars that all went to Marvel universe and then were amazing
Oh
because the
yeah,
movies scripts were better.
right.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's
Why?
what it is.
Why? Why? Uh,
Hot Wheels.
Booster meets a lady and she asks him if he's made by IBM.
Oh, what a reference.
Booster is really excitedly just walking around the city everywhere. He goes and gets some ice cream.
Tries to.
He's walking around in his onesie and doesn't know what cars are.
Now, what's that? Big metal behemoth.
He has a pimp try to steal his suit. It's it's very exciting. A very stereotypical pimp, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
And he wanders into a hotel and he books a hotel room and leaves his card at the front desk on accident. Some Mr.
Booster.
Alvarez's card.
Booster.
And then Skeets ends up talking to the desk people. So anyway, they get a hotel room. And
Yeah,
so I guess that's what you do when you get to the 20th century
yeah.
or when you go back 500 years.
Get a
Very
room.
first thing to do is take a stolen credit card and get a hotel room.
Admit fraud.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, well, he's already stolen a bunch of stuff and might come back.
In the future.
And he gets in another fight with Skeets, and Skeets is like uh, explaining stuff to him, and Booster's like, "Don't make me deactivate you. Don't be a smartass."
Yeah, yeah.
And there we go. And then, all right, it's a lot of that's a lot of there's a lot of pages of buildup.
Right.
And there's no Legion yet.
Not yet.
So I've spent my hard-earned 75 cents on the newsstand.
Man, I mean,
'Cause I saw the Legion on the cover,
you're getting there. You're getting there.
and because I saw the Legion on the cover.
Hey, just like our podcast, we're gonna talk about a comic, and then you got 15 to 20 minutes of non-comic talk.
Well, that's maybe why I started out the podcast this way, to emulate my disappointment as a kid reading this book, because I had not read any other Booster Gold books,
And you saw Legion, and you're like, yes, I want
and
this.
I also get half of an origin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the start of the book is half of the origin.
It's only half.
It's like in the last book or 2 books ago, they explained the first half of the origin, and then I get half the origin, and here I am. So they're using the Legion to get people to buy the book, right?
Mhm.
And then I'm like, what?
The old bait and switch.
And I
Dan
can
got
certainly
tipped.
tell you that these 2 stories did not get me to go buy more Booster
You
as a
didn't go
kid.
back and get the rest of the run?
No,
Oh man.
I don't even think I knew how to do that at this point.
He was like, how do I get if I wanted more, how do I get more? I don't care.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm fine.
yeah, I mean, I figured out later, I figured out like what a year later to get my dad to take me to the comic to O'Leary's. But
Yeah, so you could look through the back issues.
did I even know O'Leary's existed at this point? Maybe
Maybe you
I
might have
might have
heard
been there
about it.
once at this point.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't know the greatness.
Of all the things.
And yeah, well, anyway, meanwhile, an underground complex deep below
Oh,
Centennial Park, old Diamond Face is back,
oh, Cobra Commander.
and we're still in the past of the future past.
Future Pat. Man,
We're still in the past of the future past. Like this episode is the future of the past, but it comes out in the future and past all at the same time.
that's how it
Uh,
goes.
Old Diamond Face, Diamond Director,
Diamond
or
Director.
Cobra Commander,
Well,
depending on
he's working his Ponzi scheme, Dan. He's trying to get he's like, well, I got this idea. See,
Diamond Director, Senator. What do we call this guy?
we don't know he's a senator yet.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't. Oh, we do, I guess.
Oh, we
no,
don't.
we don't. We
Yeah, I
don't.
think we
Not,
do. I
no,
think
we
we
don't.
found.
We don't know yet.
Oh, we don't know. Yes, sorry,
don't.
we don't know yet.
Dan's
So
spilling the beans. He got booped, everybody.
well,
Dan booped
that
himself off
happens.
the
I read
bed.
books. Yeah, I booped like this.
Booped.
Did you boop?
No, you booped yourself.
You wish you could boop right now.
Maybe I do. Maybe that's why I can't get so excited because I know that I can't boop.
You need to take a big boop.
Everybody needs to take a big boop.
Well, anyway, we flip the page and we find out that we need the chiller.
Oh,
the chiller.
chiller. Oh, the chiller. He's a gold chiller.
It's not no blackguard this time. No mind dancer.
No.
Mind dancer. I almost said mind bender because you started getting me think about G.I. Joe again.
Well, I mean, he's got a dude that looks like the guy next to him looks like one of the regular old Cobra dudes.
Well, that's what he has. These are part of the 1,000. They're just not special.
Yeah, he's just a regular old Cobra guy. He's just like, the kind you got to buy like 20 of them to make your army look good.
Yeah, that's fair, and that's what he does. He's got them just standing around in there. I know.
As I'm going through my
Green
G.I. Joes,
on
Ann keeps
green.
asking, why do I got so many of these old regular Cobra guys? I'm like, because I got to make my army look good.
Well, and these guys, their Cobra outfits are like orange on green. So
yeah.
It's a bold coloring choice.
It's pretty cool. It's like, I like it. It's very, very bright, very festive. For like I don't know, like a fall festival.
A fall festival. Well, yeah. Director Commander lays out his plan for us. You see, tomorrow, the chiller needs to abduct the president and the vice president.
Yeah.
From the Metro Bridge dedication. Mm-hmm. That's why there's a bridge on the cover.
I see.
Assassinate both men.
Oh.
Leave only George Bush's body to be found. And assume the shape of Ronald Reagan, because apparently this guy with a suction cup on his head and magically becomes shaped like
Yeah, that's what the chiller does.
Ronald Reagan.
The chiller is gonna
Yeah,
chill as Ronald Reagan. Double
he is
R.
the chiller. This is
That's
like the worst
plan.
version. This is like the worst version of Mysterio ever. Is that like what Mysterio looks like under the helmet?
Maybe, maybe
If you take it off and then,
could be. Yeah.
well, we flip the page and the chiller lets us also know that he has acid powers.
He's got acid hands. Don't touch him. He's like a
And he
battery.
like murders the random foot
Yeah.
soldier.
He just like he does a get over here to him and like acid faces him. It's pretty Mortal Kombat-y.
And Cobra Director Commander 1000.
You fool! Why would you do such a thing?
Acid, chiller, your acids have no place here. You shouldn't have done that. He was a good man.
He has
even though he worked for an
children.
evil terrorist organization. And Chiller's like, he was a chump. And then, sorry, my bad. That maniac, it's beneath me. Ah, here it is. Black
Yeah.
Lightning reference again. I told you.
Yeah.
Even though Black Lightning destroyed the 100 a few years ago, I've rebuilt the remnants of the organization into a new high-tech criminal juggernaut, the 1000.
Oh, the 1000.
We'll call it Amazon. I mean, no longer are we a mere collection of hoods obsessed with petty crime, drug pushing, and murder. Our power now equals that of any criminal organization on Earth.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, you could get the Black Lightning. Oh, no, Allen of the Archives. Yeah.
I see.
Black Lightning references, not obscure because Black Lightning is in The Outsiders, but obscure because where are you going to get the 1970s Black Lightning books at this time?
True.
So you would definitely need the editorial help.
Yes.
Anyway, and once I, Senator Henry Ballard, am President of the United States, I will have no equal. Sorry, I spoiled it. We're murdering because Henry Ballard's going to get to become vice president.
Yeah, all the power we know.
Reagan will disappear, and then he'll be president. Yeah, and honestly, he might do a better job than certain presidents.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he knows how to run an organization effectively.
Yeah, he could.
And honestly, all these guys kind of look like Trump's cabinet that we've seen so far.
They kind of do.
Like the Chiller, Blackguard.
Yeah.
Mind Dancer. Yeah, a Mind Dancer is all over the cabinet. Shooting dogs, like it's
just, yeah.
Happening everywhere.
It's just bad stuff.
Well, anyway, now elsewhere. You know what's interesting too? Jurgen's panel work is usually really great.
Yeah.
And he usually like segments the story and doesn't run them over like this. I don't know that I like this panel work where the segments of the story keep running onto the next page.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, but it's kind of cool in a way too, because now Senator Ballard's looking like out, and they're in the park, pop up the Legion.
Boom.
So,
hey, Dan.
The Legion have a much better landing.
Dan, I'm going to step away for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Well, as I told you, we're nearing towards 5 o'clock, and
okay,
I have to step. Well, so you're going to have to continue on without me for 5 minutes.
Greg has to boop.
I have to boop.
That's what he's telling you. He has to
No,
boop.
I don't have to boop. I have to get the door.
Greg has to boop.
I'll be right back. Continue on. Carry on.
It's all good. All right, Greg has booped.
I booped.
We're back.
Well, it's my dogs. As soon as they start hearing people in the cul-de-sac, they just won't stop. So you gotta go open the door for them, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, the delivery is here."
Well, the Legion have appeared.
They have appeared.
and they put their time bubble away. They
They're like
land.
super dirty. Did they land in? Oh, they landed in a swamp.
Yeah, I find it interesting. This book came out in 1986,
Yeah.
but they say they landed in August 20th, 1985.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the past.
It's
Never
the
mind.
past,
Yeah,
Dan. It's the past.
we're still in the past.
It's a time
We're,
travel book,
we are,
Dan.
we are still in the past. Sorry,
You-
we're at
you-
Booster Gold's first appearance.
His
Yeah,
first
I'm
appearance
slow.
in the past when he just got there. Hey, everybody, I'm Booster Gold. Look at me. I got stories to be told. Stories here and stories there. I go around in my underwear. I'm Booster Gold and I'm doing my thing. I stole this goddamn Legion Flight ring. Look at me as I fly through the sky and everybody knows I'm Booster Guy. No, I'm Booster Gold.
We're the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. We're all champions in the ring. We come from the streets. We come from the city. That's what you were doing, right?
I know, but the difference is that was just like, out of my brain.
Well, I'm sure they just did it out of their brain when they cut their promos.
You think so?
You sounded like you were the manager of them. Right,
Could
one of
been.
them.
I could
You could have been the
I-
manager.
I could have been Booster's manager, better than Dirk Jerk.
You could have been the manager. Booster could have been the manager of Hollywood and Vine.
Oh my gosh, she could have been. What is
Well,
Booster
anyway,
doing with his life? Booster, we should
I don't
team
know,
up.
but the Legion is here, and we're supposed to be focusing on the Legion.
Yes. Yes, the Legion is here. They're in a
They
swamp.
put their time bubble away.
They put their time. Their time bubble did not get crashed up, bashed up, smashed up, and messed up. Not
No,
like
that's because
Boosters.
they know what they're doing.
They do. Well, do they? I mean, was it their first time flying in a time bubble?
Well, yeah, and so it is not their first time, no. But also, like they dress up in the most ridiculous disguises ever.
Oh, you got the rhinestone cowboy, a dude who wants to get you to buy insurance.
I was gonna
and
say
then-
the Midnight Cowboy.
Oh, the midnight guy. He is the midnight. Yeah,
They
okay.
are in New York, right?
yeah, it's a midnight cowboy.
Or is he the drugstore cowboy?
No, he's more the midnight cowboy.
Yeah, yeah. And so we've got like one guy in Chameleon Boy looks like a business person.
Yeah,
They dress up Ultra Boy like a cowboy, and Brainiac 5 just looks like a guy.
he looks like a
with
guy.
the collar turned up, of course.
Of course.
Um,
That makes him 10
yeah,
points cooler.
like, you'd think they would have made. They're really smart. Brainiac 5 is like the smartest person in the whole future. You would have think they would have, and Chameleon Boy is the head of the Legion espionage squad. Ultra Boy is the head of nothing. You'd think that they would have come up with costumes that like linked together in some way, or like looked like a common
like
theme.
thematic. You know what they really are missing out of all this? They're missing 2 extra members. They could have been a boy band. I mean, they could have had 2 extra members, been 5 dudes walking around town just singing whatever, and they could have
I mean, they could have been. I guess
they could. I mean, it would have been awesome. Think about that. And they could have called themselves the Legion at that time, and people would have been, "Oh my gosh, it's the Legion! I want to buy that hit album, the Legion, self-titled."
by MXPX.
No, the Legion self-titled, and then they're like, "What's that? What's that song that they're doing?" And then their first song is MXPX.
Well, they walk by a sign that says "Welcome to Metropolis, Mr. President" with Ronald Reagan.
Oh, hey,
Now,
yeah.
do you want me not to take this podcast dark? I assume you don't. So
I mean, it's been one of. I mean, it's been a pretty good podcast thus far.
I know it's been very. You know what? I'll take it dark next issue.
Okay.
So
He'll take it
we
dark
have,
next issue, people. We're gonna keep it light, keep it boopy.
well, on the morning of August 21st,
Yes.
the assassination plan, it does not get so light. Chiller takes a knife and murders a Secret Service person.
Straight up. Chilled him.
Then he takes his suction cup off
Uh-huh.
and he chills himself
Yeah.
to look like the security guard. Now, I don't know what he does with the rest of his costume because we don't get there.
He tells it to chill.
But Yeah, he's got apparently he can like move his skin around, change its color, and then use a freezing compound.
Yeah,
That's the oh, he's chill.
he's chill.
You know, these villains
Yeah.
and their names.
Oh, I know.
The Chiller,
The
the
chiller.
Twister,
Yeah. Mr.
the Black
Twister.
Garter, and the
The
Mind
black
Dancer.
the black garter. You wear him around your leg.
The Black Garter?
The
Oh,
black garter.
no, Garter. The Black Garter. No, he
The,
stands there guarding.
oh, I thought it was a black garter that you wore around your leg and you
No, it
tossed
was
off
not
for
a
good
Black
luck.
Garter. That's
Or
on the Chiller's leg.
you wore the garter around your bicep for luck.
Yeah, and what is with all of these characters and having no hair and stuff, right? Like Mind Dancer and
Well, that's how you
like,
know a bad guy's a bad guy, Dan. They don't have any hair. Most people that don't
oh
have any
yeah, they
hair are
need to
bad.
be
Oh,
blonde haired
Dan.
and well, anyway, we go to the Hotel Barclay.
That's where everything good happens.
Well, yeah, apparently, except you get lost in the holodeck.
Oh no. At the Hotel Barclay
Oh, that was in the future.
in the future.
Yeah. Maybe he wouldn't have stayed at and well, anyway, Booster's having fun making his costume for the first time,
Putting it together.
and he takes it out for a field test, raised collar and all.
Yeah.
I noticed I don't see a cape.
Yeah, he's got no
Here.
he's capeless right now. He's
At what
capeless
point
and-
did they add the cape?
You know, maybe he was seeing all the other superheroes with capes and he's like, "Man, you know what I need? I need a cape. I should have a cape
And,
like all the rest."
Well, we're getting more of the origin story. Skeets is like, "Hey, Booster, use some of your powers, buddy. Let's see how they do."
Yeah.
And he
Let's
uses
see
some
what-
blasters.
Pew,
Uses the
pew.
force field. He finds a giant square of rock and lifts it up somewhere.
So strong.
Yeah,
boy.
the goggles have infrared capabilities.
Oh, that's cool.
They
That's
have
why he wears 'em.
enlargement lenses. They
Oh.
have enlargement lenses.
Nice.
Yeah, if you aim them at certain
Things
well,
to
and
get
then
enlarged.
yeah,
Like letters on
that's
a like he can read the fine print.
on a sign, like letters on
Yeah.
a sign.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Enlarge.
He's got some super strength going on. He's got he can absorb energy and eject it. We found that out.
Mhm.
I don't remember all these booster powers. Pretty much the only powers I ever remember him using are flight, the force field, and like the rays.
He's got a lot. So he's like got a lot of powers. We just haven't seen them all yet. He's
Well, I meant in the future stories, not
Oh,
in the past
well,
stories.
maybe there's
Well, they're all future stories from here.
there's a time. Maybe it's just a time and a place. He just hasn't had an opportunity to use them yet. Maybe somebody needs to get on it. Somebody needs to tell those stories with Booster using all these powers.
Well, the Legion thinks we get to the Metro Bridge, and the Legion thinks that that Michael Carter is going to kill the president
Michael Carter.
or try to. So they're staying alert. They're looking around. We've got Brainiac 5 and the Midnight Cowboy walking around.
Yeah.
And we flash, and lo and behold, the Chiller is hanging out right next to Uncle Ronnie.
Uncle Ronnie.
And Uncle Ronnie's giving a speech, and he's saying, "In addition, we must take all necessary measures to safeguard the gay population. To safeguard the innocent people of the world."
Yeah. I don't think Uncle Ronnie was thinking that because he's not that.
No, I changed it back to the actual dialogue.
Okay. I was gonna say that I don't think Uncle Ronnie was that caring of a guy.
And so, actors as presidents,
Yeah.
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 It works out. It
Totally.
always works out.
Always.
It works out 100%. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Maybe as a governor too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be good.
Could be good. I mean, Jesse
well, anyway.
Bonaventura is a pretty good governor.
Was he?
Was he? I mean,
He was a governor.
He was a governor. I wasn't.
Hey, he was one of the only independent governors in the history our modern history of politics.
Yeah. So I mean,
Did not run with a party affiliation.
he
Did have some epic advertising.
instead of letting the
I'm the
state
mind.
instead of letting the state shut down, he made everybody come to his house, and he threw a pizza party so they could finalize the books on the year. That was,
He had commercials where he was naked.
well, I mean, but in all honesty, he was like, "All right, no, we're not going to finish out the year without getting things done. We're going to do it, and we're gonna go and we're gonna do this, and
Yeah,
we're
he
all gonna eat."
basically said, "You have to stay at my house and eat Little Caesars until you solve the problem." And everybody was so horrified by eating Little Caesars perpetually that they passed a new budget.
Hey, whatever it takes.
How many companies will Dan be sued by during this podcast?
I,
Well,
if it
anyway,
wasn't for my gluten intolerance, I'd be eating Little Caesars because for a
right.
fact, Little Caesars was right across the street from the college we went to.
Yeah, you know why you'd be eating Little Caesars? Because you're cheap as fuck.
Oh man, Dan, hot
You
and
could take
ready.
your shitty camera and go to Little Caesars and munch
Hey,
away.
well, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'm pretty sure somebody would want to watch me eat Little Caesars on a shitty camera.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some. I'm sure there's some OnlyFans communities for that. Like you could hook it up.
I make so much money just me eating Little
Children's
Caesars.
author Greg Smith.
Eating, just making like just ordering like hot and ready pizzas and just like pulling off all the toppings and just eating the toppings because I can't eat the actual pizza.
You
The
know, if they
saddest.
gave him Little Caesars in dodgeball, Globo Gym would still exist
Oh, there you go. True. Yeah.
because he wouldn't have had to like resist. It just would have been.
Just I gotta eat it. Yeah.
I had a vegan, no,
Vegan Little
vegetarian, not
Caesars?
vegan because there's cheese.
What?
No, there's no vegan, but would eat Little Caesars without meat on it. I thought the whole idea of being vegetarian was to be like healthy.
I think sometimes it's just it's to not eat the the flesh of the animals.
Oh, yeah, I'm so ignorant. I am so
I
ignorant.
don't partake
Anyway,
in the flesh of the animals.
um, yeah, I
But then
I'm so
eating the
ignorant.
byproduct of an animal, the milk, the dairy. I don't know. There's a fine line to be danced on.
I'm so ignorant. I walked into. We went this weekend
Yeah.
to the Krampus, but it wasn't your Krampus.
Oh,
It was
it's a
sad,
different the other cramp. Yeah, well, I mean, they're all related. They're all crampi.
but it was on South Tacoma Way,
Uh-huh.
and so we were hanging out there, and we were thinking about getting a. I saw Eli Wolf,
Oh yeah. He was there. I saw.
who talked to me for a minute. He doesn't know who I am unless I remind him that I'm your friend, and then he knows.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we talked for a little bit. I gave him a new sticker with the new QR code.
Cool.
So he's can officially find us.
Hey, the new sticker
You
with
too can scan that QR code and you can find us, but you've already found us.
You've already found
So,
us. Tell a friend.
And I'm so ignorant. So, uh, for those of you that are unaware,
Uh,
I am a gay man.
what?
What?
I didn't
And
know.
so
I haven't known.
we
For
were
all
heading
these
down
years.
South Tacoma. We were heading down South Tacoma Way, and there was this place called the Opal Lounge, and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool. There's a big rainbow flag on there."
Huh?
And the person I was with and I walked in,
Huh?
and I go, and probably loudly because I'm me, I'm like, "Oh, this is an awesome lesbian bar."
Uh-huh.
And the person with me looks at me and goes, "Queer bar."
Oh.
And I said,
Mhm.
and I look around and I go, "Oh,
Oh.
well, it's still cool."
Oh, Dan, the faux
But
pas that you do.
I know, like I'm an idiot, not paying attention to my space. But anyway, I look in and we actually had this. This place was really great.
Hmm?
I had this amazing drink, and I had this they make this homemade pimento cheese with crackers.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was delicious.
sounds
Anyway,
good.
highly recommend if you're visiting there. We were down by the airport. Is it the airport lounge or is it the airport bar?
Airport
It's
Tavern.
the airport bar, right? Airport
Right.
tavern. There
Yeah.
we go. And what's the one where Krampus was? It's right across the street from the airport
Yeah,
tavern.
I'm not sure.
Not across South Tacoma Way, but it's why am
I
I blanking? I should be advertising them. They
I
held the
don't,
event.
I don't
It's
recall the
more of
name.
it's a dark and like dungeony dragony type place, right? Like it's pretty cool.
I can't
And I'm
remember the
totally
name of the space.
blanking on the name. I'll remember it next podcast.
And then he'll be like,
Anyway,
"Everybody, I remembered."
the people listening nationwide do not give a flying fuck about. Sorry, now I'm cussing.
Now
About
we've
South
lost
Tacoma
all
Way Bar.
monetization.
Yeah, we do there's nothing to monetize here. But
There's not.
the most
Well, I mean,
important thing
if we
is
could, then I'd get a better
that
camera.
I have a point to this.
Oh,
I
yes.
actually do. It was really cool. We're gonna get back to the comic here. Booster Gold's flying in, and Chameleon Boy thinks he's gonna be attacked.
Oh
And
no.
he was gonna attack Ronald Reagan, and I was also impressed by the fact that number one,
Yeah.
South Tacoma Way has kind of like been revitalized in that
Oh,
area. There's like
yeah.
a lot of little businesses in there. I'd recommend we go check it out one day just for
Okay.
funsies.
Yeah.
Because there are lots of bars and businesses there, and I was like, this is really cool. It's not just that old Harkness furniture store anymore. It's
Ah.
and, and in the same way here, we've got a new superhero on the scene, but Chameleon Boy doesn't know that, and he's surprised.
Like, oh, it's a
And
bad
he
dude.
changes from his business person costume,
Yeah.
and Ronald Reagan says, the Secret Service says, "We're getting you and the vice president out of here because the bad things are happening."
Mm.
And Ronald Reagan says, "By golly, George," I can't do Reagan. Can you do Reagan? Can you do "By golly, George"? Did you see that?
Well, oh man, it's been a while since I.
No, you're doing George because when
I'm
you
doing
start
George.
thinking about George
Yeah.
W, not gonna do it.
Nah.
It's there. And
By
I'm
golly,
talking too
George.
fast.
By
Yeah,
golly,
that's-
George.
You sound like I don't know, cartoon. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, by golly,
you got to think
George.
like Nancy. I think is and
Well-
start from there.
Well, Nancy, by golly, George. Do you see?
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Do you
getting there.
see that?
You're getting there. Did you see
Did you see?
George W. Bush talking about the war
I did not.
in the Ukraine
I did not. What did he
and
say?
start accusing Russia of going to war for no reason on false premises, but he actually accidentally said the war in Iraq.
Oh, wow. Well,
It was
sometimes-
awesome. Anyway,
Sometimes the ghost of Christmas past comes back.
Yeah, sometimes the truth is the truth. Anyway, we go back here, and do you remember?
Mhm.
We'll get to this book, I promise.
Okay.
The Legion's now fighting Booster Gold.
Oh man,
that's what's happening.
yeah,
There's some dialogue.
they're
Do
fighting.
you remember when I was a junior in high school and I was getting all this shit because I don't even remember the English teacher that was young. We've talked about this before, I feel like. And I sat there and argued in front of my entire class that like we shouldn't go to war in Iraq because it was just a war about oil. This had been the first Gulf War.
Yeah.
And was getting all this shit from all these people, and I wouldn't stop arguing. Even the teacher looked at me and said, "You're just arguing to hear yourself." And it's like, no, all of you are wrong. And he said to me, "Well, can't you tell that you're wrong because everybody here disagrees with you?" And turns out history might have been on my side there.
Maybe just a little bit. I
Anyway,
wish I remembered that
Booster
teacher's
Gold and the
name. I
Legion
know
still
the
fighting.
teacher you're talking about.
Yeah. He was
Boy,
like, what, 5'5" and
he's a tiny guy.
still thought he should be in high school.
Yeah, yeah,
Probably better that we don't say his name now.
yeah, yeah. No, there were some good teachers. There were some mm,
It's kind of predator like, like
mediocre teachers. Yeah.
anyway, it's
Anyway,
well,
Booster
they
Gold,
they
he's
scurry
fighting.
Ronald Reagan. They scurry Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush off into a limousine.
Yep.
Booster's still fighting the Legion. The Legion, who was worried about everybody seeing them in the past, is now in full costume and out of their disguises, fighting Booster in the sky.
They are sky fighting. It's amazing.
Chameleon Boy goes in as some sort of, what's he call it? A Seth dragon?
Oh yeah, he wraps
Looks like a giant octopus dragon, and he wraps
It's like
Booster
if you
up.
had if you took like a fruit by the foot and then wrap Booster Gold in it. That's what he does. He wraps him up in a fruit by the foot with a face.
With a dragon tail.
And a dragon tail and a face.
And
cool.
and he's like, this one was easy, Ultra Boy. And Ultra Boy's like, yeah, I didn't even work up a sweat. And Booster's like,
delicious. I love strawberry.
And Brainiac 5 declares the case solved as the Chiller drives away with Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush.
Whoa. The Chiller's got a evil smile on his face with this, and you can see.
And Ronnie's like, your boys did a marvelous job back there, Zimmer. Congratulations. Well, the writer, that'd be Dan Jurgens, says, if you think this is a mess, just wait until you see what happens next month in Booster Gold number 9.
Oh my.
It's an interesting story.
Yeah.
So interesting that the Legion doesn't need to be in it.
What are you talking about? What, they could have anybody in this book and Booster would still foul it up?
Well, I think the point here was the Legion comes back to investigate their stuff, and that's kind of part of the premise. But the real premise of the story is telling Booster Gold's continued origin, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so the Legion is just there along for the ride to continue this origin. Legion didn't need to be any contemporary hero could have done this. I mean, you could have put any contemporary hero in here and said, oh, there's this new guy out and there's this threat on the president's life. I bet that it's the new guy that's going to do it. And then they would shake and be friends afterwards, right? Like
we don't know if they're going to shake and be friends.
Am I happy to get to see Dan Jurgens drawn Legion characters?
Yeah.
Hell yes. They look great.
Honestly,
he looks like he's drawn them before.
I think having the Legion show up, and I mean, the Booster derives his power from a couple of different Legion items. So I feel it's important that that they're there so that they can have that discussion or whatever, because you throw any other superhero into the mix to ward off this nobody knows that he's there, right? No other superhero knows that he's there. So there could be a superhero in waiting, just watching to see what's going to happen. But who's that superhero going to be? Well, it's going to be Superman. Superman's already like pieced out. He's not going to be around. What are you going to have? A Green Lantern hanging out? Probably not. There's no Green Lantern there. Like,
be a Guardian.
What? The Guardian?
Yeah.
Is the Guardian even around right now?
Yeah, I know. Jimmy Olsen.
Is the Guardian even around right now?
He's in Metropolis, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he could be guarding things. But, I mean...
he could be fighting Blackguard.
Oh, well, he could be. It'd be pretty cool. But point being is like
actually, I don't know if the Guardian is around post-crisis. That's a good question.
The Legion, I feel like the Legion kind of needs to be there to give that okay, Booster's got some Legion items. They fill in that space in the backstory. They're not any of the superheroes you would imagine being there. They kind of bumble and stumble along with Booster and the bumble and stumble because, they're trying to stop something bad because they think something bad's going to happen. They can't tell. They don't know. I mean, even though they're from the future and they should know, that
Well,
an attempt on the
it's that
president's life.
the whole way they get away with that is that whole great disaster Jonah Hex thing they mentioned. So
Yeah.
that's been a big thing. However, uh, it is a 1986 book. You're getting Legends is going to come very soon after this, the miniseries, and there's a crossover with a Cosmic Boy miniseries where Cosmic Boy comes back, and what they thought was happening in the past wasn't,
Okay.
and so they do continue this kind of thing a little bit.
Okay.
They don't necessarily link the two stories together, but they link the theming.
Yeah.
Uh, but in this case, they're so wrong. And I will say, like, the art is great. I love
Oh,
him
yeah.
drawing the Legion.
So good.
Uh, you've got Brainiac 5, who's just like so overconfident that he's just like, yeah, I've already solved this. I could see
Done.
that as his character, so that fits. Ultra Boy fits. Chameleon Boy seems to fit. So the characters seem to fit to an extent, but you'd think, they're coming from the future. Skeets is there. You'd think they'd have something like a listening device or something from the future that would help them figure this shit out. Like
Yeah.
it's it's they're going 1,000 years in the past, and they seem less equipped than Booster, who came 500 years into the past. Like
Hmm.
it's a little
Yeah,
bit
but
a little bit silly there.
you have to think about who you're dealing with too. You got you got Ultra Boy, who basically is booster intelligence. You got
I don't think I would have chosen Ultra Boy for my mission.
but that's what I'm saying. You got him. They're on the same intelligence level, right? So intelligent wise, you're already down one, right? So you don't even count him out.
Yeah, but you do have
he's
the head of the Legion espionage squad who leads like espionage missions. Like that's his job. Uh Chameleon Boy there, and he's
yeah,
not using any tactics except we're gonna walk around the city and try to find him.
yeah. We're gonna try to find him, but I mean, I think a lot of it is based off of bravado, right? There, you got Brainiac 5, who's like, I already got it. It's done. It's in the bag. I
Yeah.
don't need to do any more. We've already, and
Well,
they
that is a
already
Brainiac 5 attitude.
they've got that attitude coming into it, right? Chameleon Boy is like, hey, we got this on lock. We're gonna go into this whole entire like stakeout situation, and we're just gonna see where Michael is, and we're gonna get him because we're so far advanced. They have that idea, like we're from the future. He's from the future, our past future. We're already like 10 steps ahead. We got him, and they think that's why they bring Ultra Boy, because they're like, all right, he can't do it on intelligence, but he can do it on strength, right? He can use one of those strengths, and he's gonna get
One
him.
of those powers at a time.
One of those powers at a time.
One of
He'll
which is super strength.
So he can do one of those things, right?
Do you know any of Ultra Boy's powers?
He's got laser eyes. He's got
No.
like the frost breath. He's got the super punchies. He can
No,
like
he has ultra strength
ultra
and ultra
strength,
speed
ultra speed.
and
Uh,
ultra vision
oh yeah, ultra vision. He's got all the
and
things that
ultra
Booster
breath.
has. He's got all the things Booster has, but Booster has to like enhance himself to get those, right?
And you're saying Booster is enhanced?
Yeah, man. Look at
If
all the
he's enhanced, then why does he need those glasses that
No, I'm saying
make
that's
things look
though
bigger?
he's using all those things as enhancements, right? He's almost like tech enhancements.
Okay.
He's
Well,
not he's
anyway,
not taking
uh,
some sort of an enhancement drug. He's using things to get those enhancements, right? Like cybernetic
sure.
type thing, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it, right? I
But the
mean,
Legion's not.
they're not. Yeah, I'm saying that they don't
Well,
need
the
any of this,
Legion
but they
in the
go in with
Legion
the
it's
bravado.
illegal. In the Legion, it's illegal to join the Legion if you use
Yeah,
mechanical means to get
yeah,
powers.
yeah.
So
So
it's in their bylaws.
I'm not
Remember
I'm
the
not
bylaws?
I know
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Booster should be in the Legion. I'm saying that they feel that they have so much they're so much superior to Booster Gold or to Michael, and then when they find this Booster Gold guy, that they are so much more far superior. The three of them, they don't even have to worry about them because they're like, oh, it's three of us, we're awesome.
Well, I will say we are awesome.
Huh?
Because we go to the gold exchange,
Oh,
we were better than T.E. Pouncey of Wichita, Kansas.
oh my.
We picked up on things that they didn't.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. So remember when the comic book writers were talking about the Astro Teens
Yeah.
and the comic book artists?
Right.
Well, T.E. Pouncey says, I also like the Astro Teens subplot. I got a major chuckle out of the Teen Titan style parody, and I can guess who Marty and Benny are partnered after. They remind me of characters I once saw in Titan's story. I'm also looking forward to Booster Gold's battle with the greatest enemy, the Taxman, next month. T.E. Pouncey, you missed the point. We would write you a letter and let you know, but we identified that it was actually the Legion they were referring to
Oh,
since Dan Jurgens drew the
yeah.
Legion,
Yeah. Yeah.
not the Titans.
hmm
So strike one for Mr. Pouncey.
Oh boy. Then the tax
Yeah,
man.
it's
He beats
a
the
little
tax
bit.
man.
It's a little bit disturbing. Also, TM Maple is here again.
Oh, TM Maple.
Did I tell you I wouldn't be reading any of the TM Maple letters? Because
You did. You did. But we
my
should
God,
compile all the TM Maple story, all the TM Maple letters
into a book.
into a book.
That'd be awesome. Somebody out there, if you're bored, can you get all the TM Maple letters, put them in a book? I will read that book.
And then we'll put the we'll get all the letters, we'll put it in a book. We'll do kind of like whatever Tomorrow's does, and we'll address each letter, and then we'll write a secondary letter as ourselves to TM Maple.
Well, next issue,
Yes.
that'd be issue 9, I believe.
Uh-huh.
It says
Uh.
Booster and the Legion versus the Evil Chiller,
Mm.
the Director, and the 1000. Action, excitement, thrills, and spills. And the obnoxious return of Monica Lake.
Oh.
Be there. Aloha, who just went on vacation to Hawaii, Dan Jurgens. And I think the best thing about this issue was the Meanwhile page was not in our copy. And so we didn't have to read more about The Dark Knight Returns.
You go. There you go.
But you'll notice if you look at the shorts that I put up,
Mm-hmm.
you will have seen one by this point.
Yeah.
Though since it's the past and future, Greg May hasn't even seen it yet.
I haven't
Where I
seen
put
it.
the such beautiful art from The Dark Knight Returns is so just amazing art. Art that just really makes you want to read a comic book.
Hey, it's dark and gritty, and sometimes it's what you want. Sometimes it's the kind of art that just makes you go, hey, this is it might not be for you, but it's for somebody.
It's the kind of art that makes comics look like shit. Yeah. So anyway,
hey, that's one person's opinion of it, and some people might find it appealing and they might like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks so awesome. Anyway, it's almost like the Chiller could have been a character in Dark Knight Returns.
Could have been.
Because everybody has the Chiller's face in that book.
Maybe.
Except with ears.
I mean, the Chiller could have everybody's face in that book. Because that's what the Chiller would be doing.
Well, anyway, it's important for us to be done with this podcast.
Yeah.
And so we mentioned Anne already in the Retro Emporium, but we didn't mention the Retro Emporium. We just mentioned booping.
We just mentioned the game boop that she'll be getting for Christmas from Dan. But that might be a game that she could play at the Retro Emporium on one of our game nights that we'll have next year.
On Meeker Street.
Yeah.
In Kent, Washington.
There you go.
Which you will not invite me to.
You are invited. Oh my gosh, Dan.
And then
the game nights are also open to everybody.
Yeah, I expect a personal invitation when I am needed. And so I have run out of those at the Retro Emporium. But you can go to the Retro Emporium, see the holiday setup, which will still be there on the 28th when this podcast is out.
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
It may be going. It may be a New Year's theme. Who knows?
Who knows?
So you can go to the Retro Emporium, smell Fruit Loops, and relive your childhood on Meeker Street and in Kent, Washington, downtown. Also, if you need some legal help, and I may need some legal help after this podcast,
Probably.
you can get in touch with Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul, or you can get some Jiu-Jitsu training at Certified Jiu-Jitsu. So either way, late night legal, Certified Jiu-Jitsu, whatever is your calling, you can get some help from Paul. On top of that, you could always prepare for next summer by picking up a copy of Absolute Zero's Camp Launchpad.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Get your camp stuff ready because the kids are going
and
to camp.
maybe the second book will come out someday.
Maybe.
It might. Sometime. I've been waiting for like announcements and stuff. And
I know.
Since
Everybody.
a new summer is coming, and
a new summer is
makes
coming.
sense that you would release it in another summer, but
I have no control.
We don't hear anything, and it's well. Anyway, there's that, and then on top of that, eventually, someday, we keep sending you the link to wait for the Kickstarter to launch.
Yes.
It's supposed to launch in September, but it's now December, and you were supposed to wake me up when it ended.
I didn't.
I know. So at some point, Cyborg: The Devastation of Alex Rain, will be released on Kickstarter.
This is the story in which he gets booped off the bed.
Correct.
Yes.
The story where he's booped off the bed. Correct.
Or he's either booped or he boops.
Somebody boops. Somebody's doing some booping.
Somebody booped in the bed.
But if you're a kitten, you can't boop cats.
That's right.
But if you're a cat, you can boop kittens.
There you go. That doesn't sound right.
Well, kittens are smaller than cats, so they can boop them.
Boop.
Yeah.
Boop.
Have you interacted with cats before? Yes, you have.
Yes.
They definitely boop each other.
My old cat that is no longer with us you would walk by and it would just grab you.
Yeah. So see,
it did not boop. It just grabbed with its claws.
So, anyway, you can pick up that Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I'm sure I got everything right this time. So,
words. They're words.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the title of the book, so make sure you watch out for that.
Yeah.
On Kickstarter. We'll put a link in the show notes, and someday that Kickstarter will go active. Someday.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe I should head over to the Opal Lounge for a drink.
There you go.
You too could do that. I'm probably going to lift, but, that's why I put all this in the frame.
You could lift and then go to the Opal Lounge.
That probably would be the correct order. And on that note, I think I should end the podcast. And you too can end the podcast with me. So we will end the podcast and let people know to read Booster Gold number 9.
Read it.
Did I say number 8? We just did number 8.
We did number 8. We're going to read number 9 and check it out and then let us know what you're thinking about it.
Yeah. And you could also interact with us on Facebook, Blue Sky, X if you want to, or YouTube. I mean, they're all owned by heartless, soulless corporations, so go for it.
Allegedly.
And on that note, that's a great way to wrap up the podcast. So join us next week as the Chiller tries to wipe out 2 presidents that did amazing things.
Bye.